Lifesavers of the dog rescue shelter Mladenovac, Serbia channel were informed about a little puppy left at the landfill. Maybe the babe was thrown away at the highway and ran there looking for food. Look at this little beauty. She's so happy to see the rescuers. The poor thing was suffering from hypothermia and parvovirus. Lifesavers did all possible to help her. Her name is Nija. She is safe, warm, and happy now, thanks to the rescue team. And this is the story of Dory from Tenerife Horse Rescue Sustainable Animal Sanctuary channel. The rescuers received a call about a mare which was in a very bad state. They were told her state was caused by another horse, which kicked her in the face with its hoof. The result was a broken jaw. Consequently, it was hard for the mare to feed properly. She became weak and couldn't be useful for her owners. They tried their best to help the animal, but after several years in captivity, the mare became too weak. She almost didn't get out of the stable. For unknown reasons, her owners didn't ask for veterinary help. The rescuers gave her a second chance. The mare tried to get the maximum benefit from nutrition, even when she was so exhausted that she couldn't stand. She was fighting for life. The rescuers were there 24/7. But in life, not everything is as smooth as sometimes we want. The girl didn't win the struggle. The rescuers gave her a lot of love and care. However, they had no choice but to relieve her suffering. Let's hope that case will motivate people not to bring animals into such a state and get veterinary help in time. Sleep peacefully, dear Dory. A follower of Hope for Paws organization noticed a cat stuck in the tube while she was going to work. She called the rescue team immediately, and they were on their way to the spot instantly. Pulling the cat out required caution. The animal was frightened and could hurt the rescuers, so they'd prepared a net to cover Fluffy quickly as soon as they take it out of the tube. So it happened that the animal was nice and quiet. During the rescue operation, the lifesaver guessed it was a boy cat, as 80% of ginger cats are male, but it turned out to be a girl named Diva, a rare ginger female. Meanwhile, Diva was spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. At present, she's with her foster family. The incredible case was filmed by a CCTV camera. A woman entered the lift without noticing her pet dog didn't manage to follow her. The doors slammed, an unpleasant incident could have happened. But there was a real hero, a police officer, who reacted immediately, caught the dog, and tore the lead. This dog got good luck that day, thanks to the policeman. And you, pet owners, keep in mind, such situations may happen to you. Be careful. This cat has been on the roof of a garage for several days. He was stuck there and couldn't get down. Rescuers of the Flatbush Cats channel say the cat isn't able to jump down from the garage, as it has a superficial cut on the paw, probably because of barbed wire. The rescuers have immediately brought the baby down to the ground. The cat was so glad to see people and got into the cage with pleasure in order to go to the animal shelter. Unfortunately, there are a lot of stray cats in the streets. The matter is that they aren't spayed and quickly procreate offsprings. Some cats were thrown out by their owners as the pets marked their territory. It's a pity. Some people can't afford the help of a vet. The rescued kitty is given a name, Murdoch. He's very pettable. Sorry to say, but as a result of infection, he has to undergo an eye amputation surgery. Poor buddy. He has also received a treatment for his paw. Despite all the difficulties, he's still full of joy, striving to kiss his rescuers. He's got the most important things: home, love, and warmth. Please support guys from Flatbush Cats, for they are real heroes. Deer always get in trouble. How did it get there? And what's more, what for? It seems to stay a puzzle. Well, one thing is absolutely clear. Today it's gonna run happily far away from this hole. Thick roots in the ground didn't let the baby get outside. The rescuers started digging into the ground carefully and cutting the roots. Bambi was very scared and cried, but the rescuers did everything rather quickly and gently. So here it is, free at last. Run, baby, and take care. And here is one more case that distinctively shows how these guys get into trouble. Another fawn got stuck under a fence. Someone has just grown fat. The rescue took only a couple of seconds. You're free, buddy. The deer rushed around the territory looking for an exit. So here it is, the exit, go out. But no, the baby was so clumsy and disoriented that it was ready to get into a mess again. Luckily, he finally found his way out. Well, the way to somebody's door, not to the woods. Funny fellow. Go to your mom, baby. Here comes one more curious fellow. A stray dog was probably searching for food in this deep hall. People heard the dog whimper and called rescuers. Without their help, it couldn't have gotten out. Look how it's waggling its tail. You're free, buddy. Be careful next time. This Fluffy thought he was Spider-Man. 2 lifesavers assisted this superhero. One of them was down, ready to catch the little thing, and the second man used a mop to ladder it carefully to the ground. Sometimes rescuers deal with dangerous animals. Here's a case of a poor bear whose head got stuck in the metal tank with a narrow mouth. Drivers noticed the bear near a highway. Many volunteers stopped and tried to help the clumsy bear get out. It was rather risky. The bear was frightened and angry. The lifesavers acted rapidly and cautiously. It's free. The video stars rushed away quickly, far from this lover of tanks. Animals are often helpless facing water disasters. As a result of heavy rains, floods catch them, and many people in traps. These 2 lads are lucky. They were brought to a safe place, thanks to kind people. A funny story happened to this Zippy. The rabbit somehow got stuck under the hood. In a flash, the rescuers put it in the box and gave him fresh water. The long-eared buddy didn't appreciate that and rushed away. All that matters is that it's safe. Just look at this. The poor dog hasn't been treated properly for a long time. It has got visible health problems. The lifesavers started trimming away a large amount of messy fur. It seems that these clots can weigh as much as a whole dog. She was waiting patiently until the groomer got things done. Good job. She's got a chance for a happy life. Compare before and after. It's not rare in India when animals fall into deep wells and can't get out by themselves. This time, one of those wells became a trap for a panther cub. He was lucky that there was no water in the well. Nobody knew how much time he spent there, but the young predator was evidently strong. He was running nervously from side to side. The rescuers should be as careful as possible. They managed to pull it out in such a cage. It's remarkable that black panthers are not separate species. They are leopards or jaguars. It's quite a rare phenomenon when an animal has a black color. That's why it's no wonder that the baby's mom you can see on the screen is of a common color. As you've understood, the rescuers left the cage with the babe so that its mom could reach him at night and take him away. A happy ending. It's a story about little leopards. Look at these cuties. They're so frightened. That was the first case when such young leopards were necessarily excluded from wild nature. Specialists suppose they got lost from their mother due to the high snow level. When they were found, full-time watching from a safe distance was organized. Specialists from Land of the Leopard National Park expected the mother would find her babies and their family would be reunited. The capture didn't cause any harm to the animals. During the veterinary examination, the kitties' behavior was naturally wild. They may have died because of a high snow cover, even after the family reunion. On the whole, according to statistics on account of wild nature conditions, not all the kitties survive up to their adult life. Vets have to take the place of the cub's mom. The babies will have an appropriate treatment, supervision, and nutrition. Another predator was trapped by people's fault, not its own curiosity. The rescuer had to act carefully as the predator's behavior could be unpredictable after being set free. No harm done, the kitty ran away, and the paw seems to not be seriously injured. Thanks, kind person. The hero of this video wanted to enjoy a Turkish beach, sea, and fishing. But the fishing process was suddenly interrupted by hooking a snake, not a fish. He definitely didn't expect that. On the shore, the snake was held down by the end of the rod and with stones to not let it bite the fisherman. Don't worry, though the stones seem big, they aren't so heavy as to hurt the snake. These manipulations helped the rescuer take the spoon bait off carefully. It wasn't easy, but finally the snake was free.
Вот. Змея. Можешь ползти. Ползи. Поползла. Вот. Попылили. Давай. Ты на финише. Ура! Да!
Here comes one more rescue on the shore. This time it's a seal. Alas, a common problem. They are fishing nets. The rescue team of Ocean Conservation Namibia channel regularly save animals from that problem. No matter how serious or simple knots are and how strong or weak a seal seems to be, each rescue is quite risky. Everybody should stay alert. This time, everything worked out right for both the rescuer and the seal. The rescuers found it in time. When the seal is maneuvering in order to escape from the rescuer's grip, it shows its power and will to survive. It even tried to make a tender bite.
Very nice. Ooh. Ooh.
Fortunately for Antoine, the rescuer, its attempt failed and the lifesaver was able to call for team backup. The seal is strong and healthy and hasn't got visible marks left from the knots. The rescuers did their best and let the kid go back home to family. And here's an incredible circumstance from Dar Animal Rescue Channel. The rescuers of this adorable cat wrote its way to survival was one of the hardest, and they've seen a lot for all the years of doing good things for animals. The little thing was probably bitten by a dog. It took 6 months of rehab before Achilles was ready to look for home. He's easygoing. He was neutered, vaccinated, and checked up. But unfortunately, he will never become absolutely healthy. The kitty has positive tests for AIDS virus and diabetes. It'll make his life harder, but he proves by all means he is ready to struggle. He deserves a wonderful house and loving owners. Abandoned ponds and other artificial constructions left neglected become a death trap for wild animals. Rescuers from ACDB channel managed to save a badger that had fallen into such a hole. He could have died if they hadn't stepped in. By reason of people's interference into wild nature and destruction of forests, many wild animal species have managed to find a niche for survival in urban areas. Hedgehogs have become commonplace in gardens around apartment buildings and city parks. They feed on snails, rainworms, insects, fruit, and pet food left by people. Moreover, if they come across garbage, they will root for food waste and sometimes get stuck. In this case, 2 young hedgehogs got into the abandoned underground facility and couldn't escape. A rescue team of Ovidio Rosu channel came to their assistance and set the hedgehogs free in the nearest district. Hedgehogs are territorial animals, so it's recommended to move them to the place that they were found. These guys help different animals. Now we can watch fox cubs being captured. The rescuer says the fact that we have to capture problem animals only because they hinder people in running households, otherwise they take the risk of being killed, puts us into extremely delicate and complicated situations, as we have to look for appropriate resettlement places for them in the world that is more and more destructed by humans. The best and right attitude to wild animals that cross and violate the boundaries of human territories is to accept their presence and protect households' property, not to let the animals cause damage. In the case of this fox family, we did all possible to give them a chance for living in the new wild but safe habitat, the territory of Comana Natural Park. A curious moose decided to visit foresters and check their work. Well, the kid got stuck among the logs. The rescuers concluded to carry the animal, carefully assisted by an excavator attachment used for logs. Mission accomplished. The moose is safe and sound. The cases when nestlings fall out of the nest happen so often. This chick's mom seems to have said no for once and refused to take the poor thing back. So people had to feed it and bring it up. Things worked out successfully, and the adult bird is ready to go back to its habitat, thanks to the lifesavers who devoted their time to this nestling. This wild cat could have stayed at the edge of the ditch if guys from ACDB hadn't helped it. A careless driver knocked the poor fellow down and just left him. The rescuers took the cat and brought it to the vet clinic, where it was x-rayed and diagnosed with a head injury with neurological lesions. The cat received appropriate therapy and was transported to ACDB Rescue Center for Wild Animals. It's been getting treatment for a month and a half in order to get ready to come back home. At last, the day came when the wild animal returned to its habitat. The rescuers encourage us to help animals and donate to rescue centers. In the description below, you can find all the links of the resources used for this video. You can support any of these organizations if you wish. Awesome Animals team is with you. Click like for this video and share in the comments the cases that you managed to help animals. Subscribe so as not to miss more stories. See you soon.